Hello everyone out there, welcome to another episode of I Play Games and Film It, and the first episode of Free Thought Fridays. It's the weekend, y'all. We gonna party at the weekend, y'all. Well, you are, I'm not. But yes, welcome. So, 5 things I believe you should know and remember about customer service. Here we go, people, let's do this. Alright, so number 1, know your rights as an employer. I mean, I know it's not really related to customer service, and it's relevant to every job. Know your rights as an employer. But employee, not employer, employee. But actually, I'll be honest, in customer service roles, it does seem more prevalent, wherein the employer kind of takes advantage of the fact that the employee doesn't really know their rights. I've seen this happen so much, it's ridiculous. Now, I don't know what the laws are in other countries, but here in the UK, there is a lot of favour weighted towards the employee, and they don't take advantage of that ever. So yes, please do know your rights. Know what you can get away with. Know what your employer can't get away with, and know when they are pushing the boundaries of the law a little bit. Because the moment they do, kablamo, lawsuit bitches, and that's what's up. So yes, know your rights, people. Know them. All right. Number two. The customer's always right. Now, whoa, slow down. Careful now. I know that everyone's heard this before. Everyone knows this saying. And everyone's sick and tired of hearing it. After a long time deliberating this, I realized it actually has nothing to do with the company operation or business operation or anything like that. It's actually further geared towards complaint management. So, bear with me on this one. Let's say you're a customer serving someone, and you've given them the product they've asked for. Let's say I've asked for a pair of shoes. They've asked for a pair of shoes, and you give them those pair of shoes in the size they want and everything like that. And they look at you and they're like, I'm sorry, this is not a pair of shoes. This is a hat. And you're holding this pair of shoes in your hand, the exact ones they've asked for, but they're going, oh no, that's a hat. Now, in this regard, this is where the customer is always right. It's completely valid, and I'll be honest, is so helpful. It's so helpful. Because basically what they're saying is they're looking at a hat, right? If that's what they're looking at, that is what the hell they are looking at. They are looking at a hat, okay? So it's in their eyes, you've given them a hat, you're wrong, you need to take it back. Don't argue with them. Don't tell them, no, this is a pair of shoes, because it's not a pair of shoes. It's a goddamn hat, all right? And you just got to go with it. And I'll be honest, the reason it's so helpful is because it makes your life so much easier when you're not arguing with people about this stuff, man. Just get it done, change it, do whatever they need you to do, and move on to the next one. Because really, you are wasting your time and their time and company time and all kinds of different amounts of time just trying to argue with someone who believes that, they're dealing with a hat. Alright, so that's the next one. The customer is indeed always right, but in regards to complaint management, alright? Remember that, people. Okay, number three on the list. Now, this is actually something I think everyone should really focus on and pay attention to. They really, really should, because this is one of the biggest problems with the culture of customer service. Not all your customers are dicks, people. Not all of them are twats. Yeah, okay, you might get the odd one who has a silly question maybe, or, is perhaps a little rude to you or whatever. But Jesus Christ, don't waste your energy focusing on those people. They're miserable for whatever reason, but that reason should not concern you in the slightest. It should have nothing to do with you. Just do what you need to do and serve them in whatever way you can and let them be. Don't get upset about the fact they've been rude to you. Don't get upset about the fact that they're miserable or upset or whatever. Just move on. Just move on, because I actually think now, maybe 7 or 8 times out of 10, the customer is actually marvellous. They're wonderful. They're not helpful per se, but they are just what they are. They're a customer. They come in, they buy their stuff, they're happy with it, and they go. But 2 or 3 times out of 10, maybe 1 time out of 10, the customer's a dick. And you dwell on that. We do have this problem of dwelling on this problem of that one person who walked in on our 15-hour shift or whatever. One person comes in and he's a dick, and you just can't let it go. Even though everyone else has been pleasant and easy and made your day an absolute fucking dream. One person has come in and been a pain in the arse, and you cannot let that go. Let it the fuck go, people. You've got to let it go. Because really, that will kind of drain you. That will drain you, focusing on that person who was negative. So not all customers are dicks, and some of them are actually even cooler than you might let on. I will give an example of one guy. No, one guy. There's one girl who frequents the restaurant I work in, and she comes in pretty much like 4 or 5 times a week. She's a great regular, and no matter how busy we are, no matter what's going on at the time, she will get a table, she will get sat, and she will get whatever she needs. The good thing is she's consistent. She'll always have a glass or a bottle of champagne, and a boyfriend will always have a bottle of Peroni, so it's nice and easy. We can set that up real quick, and she never changes her mind, so it is easy to do that. But also, if we are busy, we're able to say to her, look, I'm really sorry, just give us a second, we'll be right with you, blah, blah, blah. She's patient as fuck. That girl will sit there and wait, and she's happy to. And it just makes everything so much better, knowing that, we can still serve her, even though the whole world is caving in on that particular place we're working at right there. So really, not all customers are dicks, remember that. Well, this isn't good. Alright then, number 3. Yes, I did have to start again. Number 3. You can't... Number 3? Number 4. Number 4. Alright, number 4. You can choose your employer. Again, this seems like I don't really need to say it, but I do need to say it. Because once again, people forget, even in this time of strife where people can't get work, are really struggling to get jobs, and it does suck, the market sucks out there right now, there is still opportunity for people to choose who they work for. And guys, this is where the interview helps. Because again, interviews look like they're geared towards, making sure that you're okay to work for them. But it is as much that as it is the other way around. It's vice versa. Do you want to work for them? Are they a good enough employee for you to work for them? That's a very valid question, and it should be asked when you're in the interview, because basically that's the environment you're walking into. If that manager or person or interviewer appears to be a bit of a dick, perhaps a bit selfish, a bit too much of a tyrant for you, that's the first sign right there that you probably aren't going to get on with them, and you shouldn't take that job. Just bear that in mind, guys, because that will be the start of your working life in that place. And if you're not feeling comfortable then, you're not feeling comfortable ever. I know it sounds stupid, and it sounds like, common sense, but again, number of times, people have forgotten this, probably, unfortunately, because they've been desperate for work, which is, again, a shame, but it still needs to be a valid point, because you've got to make sure that you can still work in that place. You want to be able to know that you can work there. So yes, you can indeed choose your employer. Do not take a job just because it's a job, just because it pays your bills. Or try not to anyway. But yes, number 4. Alright, and finally, number 5. Number 5. Oh, I'm going wrong. The last thing I believe you should know and remember about customer service, and this is actually rather important in regards to your well-being, in regards to your working life, in regards to your personal life, and just in regards to the way that you might socialize and so on and so forth. Customer service will, at some point, drain your soul. It will suck the absolute life out of you. It will suck the energy, the fun, the joy you once felt when you were younger. It will suck it right away. And not because of anything, but it's the consistent and constant and relentless caretaking of everyone else. That's what you've got to do all the time. Every time you're at work, that's all you have to do is take care of other people. I don't know if human beings are naturally geared to doing that, but at some point it will tire you out, because you'll forget how to take care of yourself, because you'll put yourself under so much pressure making sure that every single person that walks through the door is happy in some regard. You will like kind of hold yourself down. You'll weigh yourself down with making sure that everyone's taken care of properly. That is, of course, if you do actually care. But yeah, it'll take its toll on you, and eventually you cut out and you go and get what people call a real job, which is a phrase I just adore. Oh, I just love that term. It just makes me feel so good inside. But no, do bear that in mind, guys. Whenever you start a job in customer service or a role in customer service, it has a risk of eventually draining you of your energy. And that obviously requires some management on how you handle yourself. I personally recommend anyone who works in customer service needs to take a holiday for about a week every 3 months. And again, this might work for most jobs, but in customer service, absolutely. You take a holiday on a regular bloody basis, and you do so if and when you can. Because if you don't, and you spend more than 6 months in the same place, you will pretty much go mental. You will go mad. And I think there's signs of that with the way that people are in customer service. You always hear these Same old sob stories about, oh, this person was horrible, and oh, you won't believe what this customer did, and oh, they didn't tip me, and blah, 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 blah. No, take a holiday, man. Take a break, refresh, get back into it, because that's the only way that you're going to really be able to survive long term in that role. So there we go. That's it. 5 things I believe you should know and remember about customer service. If anyone disagrees with any of the points I've made, please let me know. If anyone has any discussion points about it, please let me know. Just whack it in the comments in the section below, and hopefully we'll open up with a little bit of a chat about it for all those people who do work in customer service. I've just realised why I lost the last game. My boss is getting fucked right now. I need to go down there and help them. Help! Where's my horse? Horsey! No! Horsey! Get the horse! Get the horse! Right. Anyway, this is not relevant to the episode. But that's it. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching the first episode of Free Thought Fridays. Again, comment, subscribe, click the thumb button, and share with a friend if you think these are interesting discussion points. Next Friday, I will be discussing what a real job is apparently supposed to mean. That's going to be the next discussion point, because I hear it all the bloody time and it drives me insane. So, next week, that's what we'll be talking about. Guys, you have a wonderful week, have a wonderful weekend, chill out, relax, enjoy yourself, and I will see you in another episode of I Play Games and Film It, and indeed, another episode of Free Thought Fridays. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.